Now the current project is working on this Ampex 7-track recorder. I'm gonna find a piece of plastic and fix that. It's got the holders just like the Ampex 300, and let's see here. That's the VIF, which I'm still in the process of modifying to 3-motor. These actually bolt on through the backside of the real table, and that's what holds the tape. It is a 1/2-inch recorder with a 7-track head stack. Be keeping that original, hopefully, if the heads sound good enough with my record electronics. It will be I'm trying to think, probably a 7-track 351 configuration, because that's the bias oscillator I actually found. This one's a very slow start. It's weighted, but it's slip weighted, so that anything like that will just, I think, quick doesn't make it move too much, so it kind of evens out the speed. You've got your reproduce and you've got your record electronics, so I can do some monitoring with it. But the only problem is, with 4 heads, that's 3-track, and that can actually be wired up. No, it can't. That is a 3-track, okay. Because in the back there's actually cables that were cut for a 4-track. At some time this machine was a 4-track. So, you've got 3-track, 4-track, 4-track, 3-track, or something. Both 3 tracks. What? Okay, both 3 tracks and then the 4 tracks. And I can actually, if they weren't so narrow, I could actually use those, which I really still could, and just use those and make this a 3-track, just like Motown's original 3-track, but I'll stick with the 7-track. I think that'll be pretty good, because at some point they had an 8-track. But the real trouble is with this machine, it's a 4-motor machine. Got your take-up, you've got your supply down here, you've got your 2 motors right there for driving, oops, that was the leads for my meter, driving the capstan, which isn't direct drive. I don't mind that too much, and I think it will sound pretty good anyway. If not, I'll just modify that and put a direct mount capstan. But the real problem is that there's where did that go? There's 7 wires going to that 8-pin plug, and I found that 2 of those pins, that one and that one right there, when I power those up, it just hums. It is a Ashland. Oh, sorry, that's not Ashland. No, the take-ups are Ashland, actually. Oh, that's a Bodine Cycle 32. $80 or $90 it says. The point of having 2 motors for me will be I'll have a Vari-Speed motor, and this one will be the main motor, which isn't Vari-Speed. that one down there will be the very speed, and I'll be able to switch back and forth. But the problem is trying to figure out how to wire the motors up. You've got two of the wires on the end. One, let's see which one it is. This wire right here that I've got with my hand goes up and into this motor and goes down and into another pin, and there's a capacitor 5 microfarad across that. So all I've been able to do is make the motor hum, and I'm not sure if I have to leave it humming and at the same time apply power to one side of the capacitor and another winding or something. I don't know if you're just supposed to use 4 of the wires, or yeah, 4 of the wires at once, and the other 3 are just to switch for speed or something. So if anybody has any information on how to wire up a, let's see what type of motor it is. I guess that would be a induction motor of some type. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know too much about motors. I know I've got the supply and rewind working now in phase, so they actually both run the same way. I've got to figure out how to, I guess when you're working with a motor that's AC and you've got a capacitor, you just reverse the legs you're feeding power in the capacitor legs, and you get the motor running in reverse. And there's where the cable is cut. They just use simple RG59 coax. So I think that's everything I wanted to take a look at. If anybody out there has help, thanks, send me a message. But thanks for watching.